work that the Libras are doing right now. Libra is working a lot, and I think for their own spirituality, I think they're working with other people. I mean, like at work, they may have gotten, you guys may have gotten like some sort of like raise or um, a level up in your position of whatever you do in your life. Okay, so with the King of Wands, it really doesn't specify what you do for work, but it talks about whatever you do that involves a group of people that you are. Okay, first of all, you could be dealing with a group of fire signs or people who are all passionate, you know, about what they're doing. So you guys may not even be on like a 9 to 5 or like a payroll. You guys, you know, Libra, you could be definitely into some like charity work or like nonprofit organizations and stuff like that. Okay, you could be, if it's not about work, then this means that you're involved with a fire sign, or you have this energy for a fire sign, or so, you know, you're fired up and you're passionate about working with someone. This may look so much more like, wow, it can actually be both, but it's there's a relationship here for sure. Libra, you may not even be aware that this is a relationship, or this may be something that's going to grow into something. If it's with a fire sign, this is something that's going to grow. There's going to be quite a few bumps in the road, Libra, with this fire sign. But nonetheless, I feel like you guys are passionate about what you guys do. This person knows their place, knows their lane, knows that you're kind of like the top-notch kind of king or queen here. And they're willing to follow your protocol, your rules, okay? Because they know that you have the idea. Maybe you're the one who started up this kind of organization or this idea. You're the one with the knowledge, okay? You're the one who sits at the throne, all right? You're the one who has all the connections, Libra. This fire sign looks up to you. This fire sign sees you as somebody that they can bow down to in modern day, like that they'll go to for advice, and they'll put their life on the line, you know, or they'll definitely put their life on the line for you, but also they'll definitely take a bullet for you, yes, but trust you with all of their assets. Okay, this person will trust you with everything that they have, because again, the King of Wands, you know, this fire energy talks about working together with multiple people in any kind of setting for success. Okay, this person looks at long-term goals and success. So this fire sign sees you, Libra, as someone who's looking for long-term, you know, success. Okay, and they trust you more than anything, and you trust them. Okay. Or it says that you can open up and you can trust them. The Hermit now, I do believe that, you know, Libra, there could be like some resentment, some like you know, denial here about how close you may or may not want to get to this fire sign. You may not want to get too close to the people you're working with. The Hermit, you know, it's someone who's in their humble nature. I feel like at any point in time you can revert to going into hermit mode. It's where you just kind of like think about it. A hermit is under like a coat or under a shell, or goes into the darkness to just do it alone. There's something about Libra's presence here with all of the people that you're working with, or how you showcase yourself, that you may feel like you're not secure enough. You may feel like the assets that people see you to be, or to see you to have, like on the throne, you may feel like you may not live up to those standards. You've been through a lot. I can tell like Libra feels like she's been through a lot. So as far as leading a group of people, she feels like, wait, do I even have this capability? Am I really the one? Am I the one? So I feel like Libra doesn't believe that you don't believe that you're not the one here that can take a stand, you know, and take a stance. But I do believe that there's a part of you who may feel like maybe you're a little too old to be doing this. You're a little too anything about yourself, okay? You can feel like you're too skinny, you're too big, you're too anything. Your hair may be too short, too long. I mean, anything, breast too big, breast too small. I mean, something about you is telling yourself that, wait, am I really the woman or the man for this job? Am I really the man or the woman for this fire sign? Is it really my time? Okay. And the Hermit goes in on seclusion. You go by yourself, you know, it's almost like you're quarantining yourself. Like, am I infected? Am I the one? Like, you're doubting yourself. And so this Hermit does take that, you know, that lonesome, prudent journey. And it's like almost like the prudence is something that you take pride in, because you're like, well, if I ain't worried about no dude, or ain't no, or this or that or them, then I ain't no way I'm going to fail, you know. And you can very well take this one of his assets and make it, a bad thing. The fact that he's looking towards long-term goals and success, you could very well use that um, for a negative aspect, okay? But all I want to say is when it comes to insecurities and when it comes to you questioning yourself, just make sure that you come back up 10 toes down, because you can end up falling. You can end up using any of those assets of yourself that people see in you. People see you as this ambitious fire sign. Especially that you're a Libra. That's great. You're in power. You're in your power. You're in power, period. And I think people around you, especially a fire sign, see you as someone who can lead a home, lead a work field, just lead. And then not only that, they know that you're going to lead them to success, individual success. So I mean, the source is amazing, and the source is you, and this is what people think of you as, and I don't think you feel like you're going to live up to the bill. I think you're going to have to go back in and see exactly whatever, really dissect the whole problem. And sometimes when you overthink or when you're insecure and you're not secure, you end up falling. So you ended up building yourself up on hopes and dreams. At least that's what you fed yourself. But even if this place was like long lasting, if you were in a relationship for a few years or so, it was bound to fail because you were building off of insecurities and not a stable foundation. Libra, I want to tell you that if this is a relationship with a fire sign, if you're orchestrating some sort of organization, obviously you're going to need to come in real headstrong. And we're going to go ahead and clarify this hermit here, because we want to be able to knock that out of the park, knock that out of the way, and just be like, yo, I'm enough. Because there's a million people, it seems, or someone who's very important. It could just be one person who will boost your self-esteem, who will make you realize that, you have what it's worth. So it looks like, Libra, you're going to end up dropping the ball. Okay, it looks like you're going to end up dropping the ball. If you're in a relationship with a fire sign or a water sign, it looks like it's going to fail. And I don't think, I know you're going to be devastated as we have the 10 of Swords, Libra, in your energy, but it's because you knew that you came into this doubtful. You didn't put yourself in a position for victory. You set yourself up for failure. And even though you're going to be upset because of the person you were that people could see you as, and not that it was enough for you to believe anyways, because this is an effort to get into this chair, Libra. Yes, you've been through a lot. You've worked up to this point, but I think at some point when people actually started noticing you for your good, you just kind of were like, I don't believe it, So there's a fire sign here that loves you or that wants to work with you. There's a fire in you that wants to work, that wants to be passionate about things, but I think you're stuck. You don't know how. So when you fell, when you guys broke up, there was a revelation, something there that you need to know. Ay, ay, ay. There's something there that you need to know. Okay, it's a challenge for you. But one thing I can say so far, Libra, is that when you build off of, insecurities, especially involving multiple people or even just one partner, your fire sign, unfortunately, it will fail. It will fall, because you're not going to be able to present yourself the way that you are to be presented, the way that your spirit guides know you are to be presented. The only thing in common you have with your spirit guides, people on the physical realm and the spirit guides, is the pain and suffering. Okay, but so your guides have been set free. Your guides have moved on, and they're here to help you move forward. They know your pain. They know your suffering, Libra. They know it, but now they want to lead you. And if it's like you're not going along with what they're trying to show you, your spirit guides, you're most likely to be fixated on your own personal hell or on your deficits. So now we have the 10 of Swords, your energy. And I mean, I think, yes, you're paralyzed, you're hurt, you've had a heartbreak. I feel like you're like, but, this is why I can't, this is why I'm not, this is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. Hey, this is why I'm hot. Hey, cowabunga. But this ain't even funny, because I think, honestly, Libra, not to be insensitive, all right, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm always, I'm always orchestrating in the dark, trying to find my lightness every so often, So please, but you're on the floor and you never got back up. And it looks like someone left. No, it's just you. But you know, what I was trying to say about the tower is that you weren't shocked because you knew how you came into this ordeal, to this relationship, and to this organization. But it's like, what else do I want to say? You know, self-sabotage. I think I think this is all of your karma, everything built up. It's almost like you know, for an analogy, it's almost like, you know, you're one of those people that when you get upset, people are like, "Ah, I don't want to fuck with her," because it's like you build and build and build, but this is all of your built up in one. And I think for some of you who are in a relationship with a fire sign, if you're in a relationship with a fire sign or a fellow air sign, it's because of you. It's because you don't have faith in yourself. All right, at the top of the deck, the Six of Wands, and I was hoping that would come out when I was talking earlier. I really was. I was hoping this, because it's like if you're working, some of the Libras right now, okay, we clarifying, are working in an organization, probably a non-profit, and I think this is how people see you. This, you have a crowd of disciples, of reliable followers, people who love you, who love your work, who love who you are. They love how you smell. They love how you dress. They love you. No matter the age, no matter nothing, because it's no matter what you're going through, no matter what you've been through. It's these that actually happened to you that people saw. It's what you can teach, and it's what you do in your own time that people love. You're hard working for who you are. There's people who love you, especially a fire sign. There is people who worship you for all that you're going through. So Libra, you're probably someone who's in the spotlight, the limelight. You're definitely someone who works for people, or people know you. You're somewhat of a socialite. You're famous. You are. And if you're not on Broadway or whatever, you're definitely a local, a local guide. Okay, but what I want to say is there's a fire sign, and there's a group of people who admire you with a great deal of attention, of love. Okay, do you understand? The bottom of the deck is the Fool card. Libra, that talks about taking risks, taking leaps of faith, not being scared of the one step at a time. I mean, it's like maybe a part of you has some water energy. Part of you orchestrates in the dark, nevertheless. You know, and maybe you're dealing, or you've been with a Scorpio, or you have Scorpio placements, Libra, but some part about you is more thrilled about, excuse me, orchestrating in the dark. Like when you're out and about and people are praising you, I don't think you believe it. You're very you're just hurt right now, okay? I feel like there's more to life, and I feel like you want to find it. You want to be passionate about things, and I think for some of you, you orchestrate in the dark versus working and being praised in the light, because you want to I think part of you works to find out what's missing, okay? You're looking to fill in the blanks. You are. And I think you just really, you prefer working in the dark because that's, maybe that's the most honest time for you. Let me see what we got at the top of the deck. The Eight of Cups. Okay, so there's a love. There was a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here that, murdered you, bro. Like, and I don't know. It's the passion that's alike. So maybe with this relationship with this water sign helped you to see passion, helped you to retrieve one of your tokens. You know what I'm saying? There was a passion and a love and an exciting love there with somebody that ended up making you feel entrapped. So I feel like Libra, you're there's a torment here. Okay, because when you hear the hurrah, you think about the time you had to leave or you went through this with somebody. Libra, we're running out of time, but I think what Spirit wants us to say here is that, okay. Regardless if you're in the middle of a third party, all right, there's a fire sign for this Libra. This is probably for one person or two. This Libra, fire sign loves you, dude. This fire sign sees you so beyond the norm that it's not even normal. You know what I mean? We all hope for that. And if you want to book a personal reading to figure out some more and know some more, give me, give me your deets, and we could figure it out. But Libra, there's a fire sign and a group of people that adore you. All right. So really, there's no need to feel like that. So let's find the source and tell it to kick rocks. Thanks so much. Bye.